Hey, what's up, fam? Thank y'all for tuning in once again. As always, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. Okay, let's continue on with this, I guess, topic about systemic racism. Again, people want to try to say racism doesn't exist. And like I said before, it hurts when you hear your own people say these type of things. But there are people in the entertainment field. There are people, what was that? Lil Wayne, can't take much what he says seriously anyway, but he said he don't know what racism is. He just don't think he knows what racism is. Let the man, I don't know, stop making money, and then it'll all come crashing down on him. There are other people who are on like these social media, YouTube platforms who say the same thing. There's no such thing as racism, whatever. It is not systemic, but we're going to get to a point. Going to do a story about loans. Now, you see stories where, what I did a story about one time spoke about black farmers and how they couldn't get the loans needed to get the equipment they needed to continue farming, but yet the white counterparts got the loans, got grade A equipment, was able to continue their farm. Matter of fact, she probably was given money to stop farming and given money to do other things to make money. While black farmers who we only own what, 2%, 1%, 2% of all the land in the country, black farmers couldn't get no such deals. But then when they try to sue and they win and they want to get their money, then you got people who counter sue and suing the government, saying that it's not right because you're discriminating against white farmers who have been left out and you can't do anything just by race. And then those trial decisions have to be overturned for whatever reason, right? Then you talk about business loans in general. Now, I know a guy has a dessert shop out here in the town I live in, and older brother retired, from the company he worked for. Retired, had some money. Say he tried to get a loan for his business, and the place that he banked at for decades would not give him a loan. He had equal amount of money in the bank, but they would not give him a loan to start a business. So he said he got his money, said, okay, I'm finna go. And went to another bank and eventually got the loan that he needed. And now I know his business has been around for at least 6-7 years. Yeah, probably less than that, give or take. Doing good, great business guy, great products, so on and so forth. But it's funny, like I say, he could not get that loan. But let you need a student loan. Student loan, everybody can get a student loan. High interest rate, oh yeah. Credit card, everybody can get a credit card. I don't give a doggone if you ain't got good credit, bad credit, no credit. You can get you what's it called, secured, or even unsecured. The one who calls, we got to put some money down. Hell, that's how I had to start. Not start, but like when I got older, like I told you, went through a divorce, financial situation, jacked up, trying to go to school, barely making it, struggling to make ends meet to get to where I'm at now. And I remember I had to get like, I guess it's called secured, I guess, whichever one where you got to put money down on the card first and build credit like that. Had to do that to end up getting like houses and cars and stuff. Eventually, we're talking about something that happened maybe 10 years ago, right? Maybe a little longer than that, but that's what I need to do. But for a business, shoot, it's harder than the world. It's hard as the sun gun to get a business loan, right? And people think, you must got bad credit. You just talking, you don't know what you're talking about. That's just coincidental. So I just gave you a story of something that happened recently within the past 6, 7, maybe 10 years. But let me tell you how systemic it is. We're going to go to a story that happened decades ago. And this is from the blackpast.org. And it reads, the title is Johnson Products Company. That's what they're talking about, right? And it started in 1954. So we're talking 70 years ago. Amazing. 70 years ago. And the same thing is happening 70 years later. But this story was written in 2022. And this story came across my feed probably because of another story I came across, which I'm going to do a video about that, with the company that gave Donald Trump his $100+ million for the bond in New York. Anyway, this said, I'm not gonna it's short, so we'll read the whole thing. During the period in history when little attention was paid to Black consumers, husband and wife George and Joan Johnson co-founded the Johnson Products Company in Chicago, Illinois, to cater specifically to Black consumers. The Johnsons founded the company with just $254 in 1954. While the Johnsons, let's see, so $254 in 1954 is worth what? Let's see, real time, $254 in 1954 is equivalent. Let's see, cash value. Let's do this. We're gonna click on this real quick. 1954. Let's see. Let's see. Adjusted for inflation, not really for payroll, because we know that's terrible. It said calculated the value of $254 1954 adjusted for inflation. $254 1954 equals to $2,896 in 2024. Now, annual inflation over this period has been 3.45%. Annually, every year, 3.45%. That's the inflation, but the dollar loses its value. Well, basically, that's what the dollar. That's telling you what the value of the dollar. The value that the dollar loses every year is 3.54%. So if you got $1 this year, then let's just say if you had $1 in 1954, every year it lost 3.5 cents every year. That dollar, right? That dollar. So whatever you could have bought in 1954, you would have to add. You had to go find 3.5 cents to equate what that is. So basically, every year, three out of $1, 3.5 cents has been lost by the value. To the value of the dollar up until now. Just kind of imagine that. But yeah, $2,896 is what it is. Like I said, is the equivalent. It said, while the Johnsons' amazing success story sounds like, so that's basically getting a loan for $2,800. I'm just thinking about that. Dang, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. While the Johnson, that's pretty low. Yeah, $2,800, not even $3,000 for a business loan and turn into millions and billions of dollars. Damn, anyway, while the Johnsons' amazing success story sounded like the quintessential American dream, the hell it is, it was not without its challenges. Oh, really? Let's go. Let's read about the Black folk. George Johnson first applied for a $250 business loan at a local Chicago bank, but was turned down. Now, what? Did he not have collateral? Did he not have, banking history? Why would he get turned down? You might say that. You might speculate, say, hey, maybe he didn't have a history with him. Okay, I can understand that. But check this out. Determined to make his dream a reality, he went to a different branch 3 days later. So it was a same bank, different branch. Is basically what they're saying. 3 days later, and once again requested a $250 loan. This time, however, Johnson said the reason for the loan was to take his family on a vacation to California, and his loan was approved. Hot damn. So this makes me think that one of the reasons, now they say maybe one of the reasons why Black folks can't get along I'm sorry. Real time. These are two books you need to read. The Color of Money the color of money, black banks and a racial wealth gap. Tells you about black banks, loan system, how, why they don't approve a lot of the loans is because a lot of black folks don't have money. They consider black folks' money like higher interest, high risk loans because they don't have a whole lot. We don't have a whole lot of money to put in there, but we want loans for stuff, which is amazing because if you feel with high risk for a business loan, how come we're not high risk for a vacation? Right? Because both of them have to be paid back. Business wise, you can probably pay that loan back pretty quick if you making money. You can go ahead, $250 all he wanted. Or let's say $2,800 in today's time is all he wanted. And they said no, but when he said he wanted to go on a family vacation, sure, here you go. Same bank, different branch. Amazing. Imagine going to Chase Bank over here and, on the north side and saying, hey, I need a loan for a business. And they're like, nah, you can't have it. Then you go to Chase Bank on the south side and say, I need a loan to go on vacation, my kids and spend a lot of money on vacation. Sure, go ahead. Because you're putting money into the economy and then you're going to pay us back that money. So now, the economy is benefiting twofold. Oh, and this here, the whiteness of wealth. It's about the tax laws and tax systems and stuff, and about why they're so unfair and why black folk, why they do targeted poor people, mainly black people. And then I got another one that's know your price, but that's right there too. But anyway, amazing. They gave him a loan to go on a family vacation. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Going and getting you a loan, getting your car loan, a title loan, and they give you high interest. And they expect you to pay the minimum payment. They give you a high interest loan knowing that you're going to come back, pay the minimum payment, and you'll be paying them for the next 20 years on a $2,800 loan. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that happening in this country? The land of free, home of the brave, where there's no racism involved. No class. Well, somebody did try to say class system, but it boils down to race because that's where it started. And then once they use race to build wealth and to keep us as a whole down financially, now you can say it's a class system because it is. It's the haves and the have-nots. But who's the haves? Who had the haves first in order to create the class system? Come on now. The first product was a relaxer called Ultra Sheen. Now, let me say this. I'm not an advocate of perms or relaxers because first of all, to put something in your hair that's gonna burn, they can burn your scalp. They can make your hair fall out. Now I recently come to find out that it's stuff that could actually, cause cancer and things like that. Stuff like that I can't promote. So this is in no way, shape, or form a promotion for, like say, for perms and relaxers and stuff. But this is just a story about the racial ways or the ways that the system is set up to keep us down. Won't let us try to advance with businesses, but you give us a loan for some bullcorn. Hell, if it's high risk, it's high risk, right? No matter what. Let's say George Johnson developed Ultra Sheen while working for S.B. Fuller, another black-owned cosmetics company he had worked for beginning in 1944. Later, Johnson products offerings were expanded to such products as Ultra Sheen conditioner. In just 6 short years, by 1960, the company was dominating nearly 80% of the black hair market in the United States. By 1971, Johnson Products Company reached an annual $12.6 million in yearly sales. So he took $250 and turned it into $12.6 million. Let's look. Real time, let's see. 12,600,000. 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2. Let's see. 12.6 is 12 million. 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma, calculate. And it's what I said, 1961. Took a loan of 54. By 1961, that's an equivalent of $129,697,973 today. So imagine taking little less than $3,000 and in 10 years flipping it to 120, damn near $130 million. People, we have got to start paying attention and get off our butts and get something done. It's too easy now to get out here and do social media, YouTube pages, create products, put it out there. Now I know a lot of people out there, it's so, but the problem is so easy that everybody's doing it. I get it. Everybody's selling shea butter, everybody's selling candles, everybody's selling oils, essential oils. I get it. You're probably not gonna make millions and millions of dollars, but you probably could be able to make enough to live comfortably. Now imagine if all my brothers and sisters in Dallas area who sold shea butter and essential oils and candles got together, kind of, use their pool their resources, got together and created bigger companies so they can create better candles, better oils, better shea butter, better, packaging, better marketing, getting out there and putting their name out there worldwide on a more consistent level. They can take that little money they make during a year, those few $1,000s they make, and they can probably turn into hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe even millions of dollars if they get with the right people and do it. You got to think bigger. This man lied. Now, what's crazy about this is, what if they knew about this? Because you got people like, what's her name? What's that dang on me? That lady, that district attorney in New York who's suing Donald Trump for lying about how much his properties are worth, took loans out, but paid the loans back with interest. And they still say he lying about, they're going to prosecute him because he lied about the valuation of his property. Imagine if Mr. Johnson did what he did back then, did it now. Don't you think he would probably be indicted and prosecuted for lying about falsely taking a loan out? Probably would be. They probably would try to find some way to do it, just to prosecute him. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, my people, it's ways to make money. This guy, like I say, I know we try to get rich quick. This dude, like 10 years ago, we try to get Bitcoin, right? We think if I say, hey man, I bought some stock, I sat on for a few months, so I was broke at the time, made a few $100s, and then bought some more stock, broke, sat on for a few months, made a few $100 more. I say stuff like that. People are like, oh man, I'm gonna give you my money so you can invest it for me. No. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that I'm gonna show you what I did. I'm gonna tell you what I did, is the way you can go and do it yourself. Do your own research. You're not finna give me your money and you lose your money, get mad at me. No. Put the work in yourself. But everybody want to get rich quick, or they want somebody else to get them rich. This right here takes planning, and it takes timing, and it takes luck and skill. This man turned, like I say, $250 into, $12.6 million, or in today's time, a little less than $3,000 into $170 million. You can't beat it. Let's see. The following year, the company became the first black-owned company to be listed on the U.S. Stock Exchange, the American Stock Exchange. Johnson Products endured many changes and challenges over the years, including 1976 Federal Trade Commission mandate, which ordered the company to clearly label the packaging of products containing lye as possible, causing adverse reaction like burns and eye damage if used improperly. And also, like I say, lately it's been like stuff that's been linked to like forms of cancer and stuff. So like I say, I don't promote it at all. It says the company also struggled against competition from larger non-black owned companies like Revlon, which was beginning to compete in the lucrative black hair care business. Also, general changes in African American hairstyles, such as the embracing of natural texture and look of black hair in the late 60s with the rise of black power consciousness and forced the company to adapt. Here nowadays, black power and people still wearing perms and wigs. The rise of the Afro hairstyle, for example, caused the company to develop the Afro Sheen blowout kit in the late 1960s. Cool. One of the biggest challenges the company faced came in 1989 with George and Joan Johnson divorce. Damn. That happens. It seems like that happens a lot when people have companies and make a lot of money. As a result of the divorce, Joan, who had served as the company's treasurer and been active in running it, although George had served as the face of the company, was awarded control of Johnson product company. In 1993, their son Eric, who had served as president and chief executive of the company, stepped down. That same year, Jones sold the company to the IVAX company, which produced skincare products aimed at black consumers, although it was not black owned. In March 2009, Johnson Products was purchased by an African American investment firm, which reestablished its position as a black owned company. That's very good. But again, say no to perms. But anyway, point of the story is, hey, yes, there's racism. Yes, it is systemic. Yes, we are living in their world. So we got to play by their rules. But like this brother did, you got to find ways to kind of circumvent the rules when you're trying to make a way for your family. Man, could have been a numbers runner, could have sold drugs, could have been a robber, thief. No, he took $250, started a business in an industry that he had already been working in, and just wanted to branch out and do on his own. It's kind of like when, let's say I've seen people work in the carpet business. No, shout out to Tyrone Brown. He started, cleaning carpets for a company, and then he would do jobs on the side himself. And then he built a clientele, and then he eventually started his own business. I've seen people work in construction, learn how to build stuff from the ground up, homes, landscaping, this and the third, and they go and start their own business in construction or landscaping. If, let's say, you go to hair school and you get a hair license, you can start out in a shop, working in a shop for someone. I've seen this happen. Sure, I know. Sure, my sister, well, she's not in the hair school, but in the profession she's in, she worked with a doctor, under a doctor at first, built some clientele. Then she was able to get her own practice there, in her own office there for pretty soon. So, I mean, you have to start somewhere. No one's going to start with $250 and just create a $12.6 million annual year. We talking about a year? Oh, damn. $170 per year. Anyway, no one's going to do that overnight. It takes time. It takes patience. It takes education. It takes skill. It takes knowledge. It takes practice. It just doesn't happen overnight. Because like I said again, you have to figure out a way to work within the rules of the system. You may have to bend them a little bit, but you do what you got to do to come up legally and tax paying. But anyway, tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below and then share it with the world. Let's dialogue. You know how we do around here. Hey, you want to support the channel? 4 ways you can do it non-monetarily. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. All 4. Taking no more than maybe a minute or 2 out your day. And I appreciate it because it helps the channel and the algorithm, boost the channel, boost videos. If you want to contribute monetarily, get the super chats, super thanks, and also there are links in the description box that you can click on. Hey, however you do it, either way, free or non-free, I appreciate it. Just, hey, the least you can do, give me a thumbs up. If you want to reach out to me, got stories you want me to cover, you want to talk about, just hit me up on soulinthesoil@gmail.com. That's soulinthesoil@gmail.com. With that being said, I leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.